is a picture of major success. The University of Utah recently hosted the first group of Spanish dual language immersion students who passed the advanced placement test as 9th graders. So listen to this. They're not just college ready, they are already in college. The students are now 10th graders and they're enrolled in upper division level Spanish courses at the University of Utah. Welcome back. Utah has one of the most ambitious dual language immersion programs in the country. And joining me to discuss it is Gregg Roberts. He's the World Languages Specialist at the Utah State Board of Education. This is incredible information, and to back it up and explain it, these kids started when dual language immersion was kind of an iffy proposition.
Right, they started in 2009. Actually, they started before that in 2007. These were our first cohorts in Granite and Davis School District when we were running pilots before we launched the state initiative in 2009. And I was in Granite School District before I went to the state, so I'm very proud of this specific cohort because it's come a long ways.
It really is a milestone because this is the first wave of students to do exactly what the program was intending to do.
There are thousands behind them in multiple languages. What will happen to these kids when they graduate from high school? They're only 2 classes short of a minor in the foreign language, which means they will be able to go off and do double majors, major minors. They can do engineering in Chinese, business in Spanish, law in French, 100 possibilities. But these are the future of Utah students. As we well know, in the global world we live today, Utah students are no longer competing for jobs just against students from Colorado, Texas, California. Utah students are competing for jobs against students from Asia, Europe, Latin America, the world. And to do that, they must be multilingual and have cultural competency skills.
Now, so what are your biggest challenges at this point, now that the program has essentially proven itself?
Our biggest challenges are supply and demand. We cannot get enough programs up, which leads to a lot of dissatisfaction with parents who cannot get into the program. We're also always struggling to find enough highly qualified teachers that have high-level language skills. I mean, that is the problem. We kind of took a field of dreams approach, build it and they will come. So we've have to been really ambitious about going and recruiting teachers. We're working with all of our major universities to produce local teachers. We've also been really ambitious to have MOUs with foreign countries to bring in highly qualified teachers from places like China, Taiwan, Spain, Mexico, France, Brazil. So it's kind of a mixture where we find teachers.
So of Utah's 600 some odd elementary schools, you're in about 200 or so?
Well, it's actually, some of those are secondary, so I think we have about 500, and we're in about 10% of all elementary schools have a dual language immersion strand, which from 0, that's pretty amazing. I mean, dual language immersion has been around in the U.S. since, the 60s and 50s. We even had some early programs in Utah in Alpine School District in the 70s. But we were the first state ever to launch an initiative in dual language immersion, and that's why Utah is receiving such accolades.
All right, exciting information. Thanks for sharing it, Gregg. We appreciate it. The friendships made